"Right then, you lucky lot," Hamish Durie bellowed, his kilt swaying as he addressed the small group gathered in Glendurie's distillery's visitor centre. "Who's ready for a wee dram or six?" A chorus of eager cheers answered him, the loudest from a rotund American whose ferociously cropped crew cut perched on top of his head like an overmowed lawn. Beside him, his wife clutched a guidebook, her eyes wide with excitement. It was their first trip to the old country, and they could barely contain themselves. A young couple, obviously honeymooners by their constant hand-holding and shy glances, giggled in anticipation. At the back of the group, two middle-aged women whispered to each other, occasionally consulting their phones. Standing apart from the others was a solitary man, his face set in a stern expression. He nodded curtly at Hamish's words, but didn't join in the enthusiasm, his eyes constantly scanning the room as if searching for something. Hamish led the group out into the cobblestone courtyard, where the full majesty of the ancient site revealed itself. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the yard, glinting off the weathered stone buildings. In the distance, the distinctive pagoda roofs of the malt kiln towers rose against the backdrop of the Campsie Fells. "Breathe deep." Hamish filled his lungs demonstratively. "That, my friends, is the smell of liquid heaven in the making." The air was heavy with a complex bouquet of aromas. The saccharine, earthy scent of malted barley, mingled with the sharp tang of fermenting mash and the heavy, peaty smoke that curled from the kiln chimneys. Cliff Bradshaw closed his eyes, inhaling deeply. "Well, I'll be," he drawled, "if that ain't the prettiest smell I've ever had the pleasure of sniffing." Hamish grinned. "Aye, and we haven't even started the tasting yet. Just wait till you get a noseful of our 18-year-old single malt." They made their way towards the production area. Hamish began. "I should probably introduce myself properly. I'm Hamish Donald Durie, the great-great-great-grandson of James Durie, who founded this distillery back in 1806. He chuckled. "That's a mouthful, isn't it? Wouldn't want to say that after a few Swifties. Let's just say I'm a fifth-generation Durie, shall we?" The group murmured appreciatively, clearly impressed by the family legacy. The Texan was less impressed. "Well, if you're family, why are you doing the tour instead of running the whole shebang?" Hamish's smile faltered for a moment, but he quickly recovered. "Who says I'm not the CEO?" he quipped, forcing a laugh. "We're a very small family, you know. We tend to double up round here. As we speak, my wife is out the back lumping barrels into the back of a lorry." There was a ripple of laughter, but the group appeared to sense the tension beneath Hamish's jovial exterior